When I say that they are condescending as well as being astronomically stupid, this is what I mean. This comment is even cut off. This is not even the whole comment. Couldn't even fit it on the screen. But essentially what it says is you're naive for thinking that they're not all bad. We've known all this for years and years and years, and the left is just catching on to it now because they're reading it in these files. But we always knew that people were like this, that this stuff was going on. We always knew that there was corruption and that this kind of hideous, disgusting stuff was happening. And you guys are just late to the party and you just won't accept that it's all of them. It's so condescending and still so wrong. And it comes from a place of being sucked into all of that propaganda, the whole cult, being completely manipulated, which doesn't feel good. And it's hard to admit that you're so wrong. I get that. So these people, I've seen this now many times over the last couple weeks. Where they're going with it is that they can't deny it. So they're just saying, well, we knew this the whole time and it's all of them. Except that doesn't really work because, first of all, you voted for one of those people. So that's pretty bad. And second of all, it isn't all of them. When people say both sides, yes and no. Yes, there are people in the files from both sides of the political spectrum. Yes, that is true. There are bad people on both sides. That's true. But there are also a whole bunch of past Democratic presidents like Joe Biden and like Barack Obama that were not in the files. They're not part of that whole thing. So you can make all sorts of other criticisms about them. That's fine. You can make all kinds of policy criticisms of them and say that they were too moderate and they're owned by corporations and, they're too deferential to the I country. All of that is fair. But they weren't and aren't PDFs. It's not all of them. And you people are so condescending and yet so wrong. I knew about what was going on the Q boards and the whole pizza thing. I was watching all you fools that whole entire time. I know exactly what you think you know. I know exactly what you think that you have discovered. And I'm not a spring chicken. I've been around a long time. So I remember the tomfoolery that has been going on in our political system for decades. There are bad people on both sides, but most of the tomfoolery has been on the Republican side. You just don't want to admit it because you voted for it. Sorry, you're wrong.